A very good afternoon and a warm welcome to UBC Lunchtime News on this 20th day of March 2024. I'm Lorraine Masika Kazimoto, and we start off this news bulletin with our first headlining story this afternoon. The Ministry of Education and Sports, the Minister of Education and Sports, Janet Museveni, has extended her condolences and support to 4 grieving families in Busia, offering 5 million shillings per family for the loss of their children in a tragic fire incident, and 1 million shillings for the child who sustained injuries at Victory Nursery and a primary school in Busia municipality earlier this week. The ministry teams conducted inspections at the affected schools, including Victory Nursery and Primary School and Bill and Polly Primary and Nursery School in Mariachi B, South East Ward, Eastern Division, Busia Municipality. Consequently, the closure of these schools has been ordered until further notice. Janet Kataho Museveni's message, convened by Ms. Frances Atima, Director of Education Standards, emphasizes the ministry's efforts to disseminate and share basic requirements with local leaders, assuming compliance. She underscores the significant role of locals in ensuring schools meet these standards, particularly in Busia, where the ministry has provided guidelines and specific tools despite having basic requirements and minimum standards in place.
Dormitories is made out of iron sheets. It is dark. We have 4-deckers, some are 3-deckers. There is no ventilation at all. You saw the other ones which had 4 beds. All instance it's operating illegally. And as we have seen, the environment is insecure for safety and security of the learners. So we cannot condone and we cannot even recommend that they are given time. No. Discussed with leadership that the ministry, in spite having the basic requirements, have unpacked the basic requirements and minimum standards into guidelines and a specific tool which they can use to evaluate whether these schools meet the standards or not. So what has been happening is when people move in smaller teams, they don't comprehensively make a quick judgment, or the judgment is somehow challenged because of other, what can I say, maybe other people within who may not agree. But now if people move as a team and they sit together, the mayor, the technical team, the police, the RDC's office and our team, I think we'll be able to make better decisions and more comprehensive decisions.
Now, delegates from Burundi's National Drug Authority are currently visiting Uganda's National Drug Authority to exchange knowledge on testing protocols for rubber products like condoms and test tubes. Now, their focus is on understanding Uganda's procedures for drug and medical device importation and exportation. The board chairman, National Drug Authority, Dr. Medad Bitecherezo, assured the delegates of comprehensive insights they would gain into drug testing methodologies. During the 2-day visit, the delegates will tour drug laboratories and international airports, witnessing the National Drug Authority's rigorous testing process firsthand. This experience aims to equip Burundian delegates with practical knowledge to enhance drug safety measures in their jurisdiction.
The idea they have come to Uganda to benchmark with NDA on issues related to testing of rubber, mainly gloves and condoms. Also, we are interested in knowing how does Uganda and NDA handle imports and exports of drugs and medical devices and sundries and other things used in the health sector. And as NDA and as members of the East African community, we are very happy to be giving a hand to the National Drug Regulatory Agency of Burundi. 2 days. They will be in the laboratories in Mulago, and they also engage with our directors here, plus our people who are handling exports and imports at airports, and even here at our ports or other ports of entry. And I have a belief that the people from Burundi will learn too much from us, because Uganda's National Drug Authority is a world-class regulatory agency when it comes to GMP inspection. That is good manufacturing practices.
Now, 14 civil society organizations under their umbrella body, the local coalition Accelerator, have embarked on a plan to facilitate the care and education of children below 6 years in Kampala city. The civil society actors recognize the government's policy on the care and early childhood development, which puts the burden more on an individual caregiver and the private sector, hence a need to supplement such efforts. This was during the stakeholders meeting at Golden Tulip in Kampala, where members organization of the local coalition Accelerator were delivering their performance report for the past 2 joint action plans implemented since they started operation in 2021.
The refugee population that we have reached out to across health, education, livelihoods, protection, and we are now planning for the Joint Action Plan 3. Hilton is going to be funding the 2 generational model to early childhood care and development, livelihoods and institutional support. We are now looking for resources for the other sectors that we have already been doing using adaptation planning and management that we have not yet acquired the resources. We had initially presented education as overall, again looking at primary education, right from primary 7, the Ugandan system, up to the lower levels of education. But the current grant that we have has been specifically aligned to 5 years and below, and specifically to the 2 generational model to early childhood care and development. JAP2 we've implemented 4 thematic areas, which include education. And in education, we were increasing access to education for host communities and refugee children. And we've worked with 11 schools, including Gaba Demonstration School, where we have renovated an L block, a 5-classroom block that has been renovated. We've worked with Chambogo Primary School, where we built railways to provide safety for the children. And we've also worked with the Health Directorate at KCCA, where we've worked with Chisenyi Health Center 4 and Kawala Health Center 4 in providing supplies, in medical supplies.
We are here as Kampala Capital City Authority, but also as Government of Uganda. And we have continued to ask for support from development partners and NGOs, because government in itself can never, ever have enough budget to run the problems in the country, but also in the problems in the city. I would like to highlight that Kampala Capital City, being a metropolitan, has its unique challenges. The challenges stem from the migrations in and out.
Don't let your eyes wander.
UBC Lunchtime News. Now, in more news this afternoon, a new report by the United Nations Development Programme is painting a bleak picture of a world increasingly divided along development lines, with wealthier nations surging ahead while many poorer countries struggle to recover from the COVID-19 pandemic setbacks. Now, the report, titled Breaking the Gridlock, Re-Imaging Cooperation in a Polarized World, highlights that while the Global Human Development Index is projected to reach a records high, the gains are far from even amongst countries. Now, UBC's Samuel Senono sat down with the UN resident representative to Uganda and dissected the report relevancy to Uganda's development journey. Take a look.
The Human Development Report by the UNDP is a crucial resource for understanding a nation's progress beyond just economic factors. It sheds light on health, education, and overall well-being, offering a more comprehensive picture.
One of the reasons behind the Human Development Report was to push for political action towards ensuring that states put people at the center of their development.
This report highlighted that half of the world's poorest countries haven't recovered from the COVID-19 pandemic's blows.
All of those gains we made in 1-2 decades of pushing development to be people-focused has been eroded somewhat. And there is a projection that from 2023, 2024, we're going to kind of pick up tempo again. But then it was noted that that tempo will not be even. There'll be countries that have recovered and will be continuing to march on in its development, and there'll be countries that haven't done that. It is that unevenness, that inequality, that is the problem with the collective global development process. And more so in a very polarized world now.
For Uganda, the report offers a mixed bag. The country has transitioned from low human development category to medium human development. The report highlights that between 1990 and 2002, Uganda's HDI value moved from 0.329 to 0.550, an increase of 67.2%. Between 1990 and 2002, Uganda's life expectancy at birth improved by 17.2 years, expected years of schooling improved by 5.8 years, and mean years of schooling improved by 3.1 years. By 2023-2024, Uganda's HDI of 0.550 is above average of 0.549 for sub-Saharan African countries and 0.542 for least developed countries. The report emphasizes reimagining international cooperation as one of the ways to stimulate growth and development.
Uganda is positioned as the chair of G77 plus China and NAM to drive a development discourse on international cooperation that is embracing of everybody, and particularly because it has experience of not being at the center of the table. Now it's at the center of the table. It can push an agenda that makes sure that there's inclusiveness in international cooperation.
She also argues that fostering increased trade, investment, and economic diversification within Africa can address some of the challenges faced by developing countries.
As a continent, this is 2024. It beggars belief that we haven't understood the importance of, first of all, harnessing the power that lies within us trading with each other. But as I say, better late than never. So the AfCFTA is designed to help us trade with ourselves, remove obstacles.
The report emphasizes the need for a new generation of global public good initiatives like climate change mitigation, equitable access to digital technologies, and robust financial mechanisms to support development. Samuel Sendono, UBC News.
Thank you, Samuel Senono. Now, in more news this afternoon, Capital Solutions Limited, a non-government organization that supports young girls and women empowerment, has launched a women income generating opportunity initiative that aims at supporting young women in financial management and also help them build vocational skills. Now, the founder and chief executive officer, Capital Solutions Limited, Joyce Tamale, said the 2-year initiative looks at supporting young women between the ages of 18 to 30 years from semi-urban, rural areas, refugees, and also persons with disabilities. The initiative also contributes to Sustainable Development Goals and the National Development Plan 3.
1 and 0. Put your hands together. Yes. Thank you very much.
By other women to become who I am. I am offering myself plus other Ugandans that are willing to support other 100 young women. These are young women from the semi-urban and the rural areas, refugees, people with disability, girls that would not get an opportunity to be supported. And why are we doing it? We are doing it because at the end of the day, we want to improve their employability, we want to improve their business skills, and we have nurtured over 375 young women businesses. Why can we fail on 100 young women? What are we going to do? Financial management. We are going to help them build their vocational skills. We have a catering services here. We have a fashion and design. We have an IT hub. So we are going to support these young women in those 3 vocational skills, but also we are going to give them skills that build their confidence, their empowerment, their marketing and branding. So we're
looking at an opportunity where our girls have knowledge, our girls are able to utilize the knowledge and opportunities that come. And in the long run, we are able to work as men and women on the same table. When you're empowered, you have knowledge. When you're empowered, you have information. And you can only be empowered when you access the opportunity the same way the men are accessing this opportunity. So for me, that is what Ministry of Gender is looking at. But also, you find that sometimes the opportunity doesn't avail. Why? Because of culture, because of attitudes in the different families. So then Ministry of Gender comes in to support these people who have been left out, to be able to still grow. Now, when we have development partners, they come in to support where Ministry of Gender cannot do everything.
I believe that women are key to social development, especially in the social entrepreneurial sector, as it empowers women to take action and their own opportunities in their own hand. And
getting persons with disabilities, plus refugees, because most of the time they are left out. So this is a very big impact for the disability fraternity. And sometimes, because for me I have a degree, but sometimes the degree is not enough. You have to add a skill. And this is an opportunity where they're going to give me a skill that I've been looking for, I've been yearning for, and I'm very grateful for that.
Can we take the pictures? Yes, we need the pictures.
UBC Lunchtime News takes a very short break, but we return with more stories after these messages.
Fred!
Osmosis.
Freddy! Fred Dollar! My boss, CEO Inojo, the general of generals, the conqueror of conquerors, the first and the final, the sky above the skies, the promised land, the terms and the conditions, the international king crocodile, the source of the
Osmosis.
the Nile.
I don't have money today.
Just take a polite loan of 200k to stock on my shop. The signs and symptoms of success. The bank commander, not the bank teller.
Why hassle for a loan when you've got MTN Momo? We're sorting. Use the Momo app or dial *165*5# for all quick loans. Choose from the different loan options from our partners and get one that works for you. Together, we're unstoppable.
March is the month of film magic as the Uganda Communications Commission brings you the regional film competition. Experience the excitement across Uganda. Northern region in Moroto from the 4th to the 8th of March. Eastern region in Jinja from the 11th to the 15th of March. Central region in Mityana from the 18th to the 22nd of March. Western region in Kasese from the 24th to the 27th of March. Come and watch some of the best films made by your very own creative minds on their way to stardom. Follow and support the different nominees as they battle for top honors in each regional film competition. The winners will walk away with prestigious awards and exciting prizes. The regional film competition is powered by the Uganda Communications Commission, increasing diversity of Ugandan content.
Ebiseera by'okuzaayo abaana mu masomero tebiteekwa kukaluubiriza n'akatono. Eno kusimba nnyiriri mpanvu kano kalipagano ka bidduka. Simanya kuzunga na banka siripsi. Kati kati osobola okusasula school fees z'omwana wo ate n'okola n'ebirala ntoko ku ssimu ye ey'omu ngalo. Ekikola kyangu nnyo. Nyiga bunyizi *165*8 ogoberera ebikulagiriddwa oba okozese app ya MTN Momo. Ate kati okola ki olwaleero? MTN Mobile Money Uganda Limited erungamizibwa banka enkulu eya Uganda.
Nyati Motion Pictures brings you Tuko Pamoja Ankole segment. Learn about the fabrication of Ankole Kingdom from Nkore, the beautiful village of milk and honey at the detriment of Mpororo states.
Ankole as a kingdom came about in 1901.
Ankole is a colonial fabrication.
And all these so small kingdoms were counties of the original Itara.
Ruhinda Ruanjunachi, who was a Mtrezi,
the son of Wamara Ranjanjuruawira.
And that starts the rulers of Ankole called Bahinda.
Who are the pre-colonial heroes from Ankole?
Is it Rutaraka, Muguta, is it Intare, Kitabanyoro? Find out from Tuko Pamoja.
Daily screenings at Ham Cinemax in Wandegea at 11:30, 2 p.m., 4:30 and 7 p.m. To get a ticket, call 0778 787 660. Tuko Pamoja?
Welcome back from that break, and we're glad that you're still with us here in UBC Lunchtime News. I'm Lorene Masika Kazimoto. Now in more news this afternoon, the Institute of Certified Public Accountants of Uganda has called for more focus and emphasis on the public financial management, citing some issues that need to be addressed. The Vice President of the Institute of Certified Public Accountants of Uganda, Ronald Mutumba, made these remarks during the second Public Finance Management Conference held in Jinja.
In his statement, Mutumba underscored the importance of focusing on public finance management to ensure effective service delivery. At the conference, themed Public Finance Management for Enhanced Service Delivery, participants discussed actionable strategies for improving the public finance system to enhance service delivery. While speaking to the gathering, Derek Nkaja, the Executive Director, ICPAU, together with the Vice President of ICPAU, Ronald Mutumba, called for more focus and emphasis on the public financial management. Professor Vincent Bagire, the Dean of the Faculty of Graduate Studies and Research at MOBS, emphasized the crucial role of professional accountants in delivering quality services to the public.
Affect or drive performance for public finance management for enhanced service delivery. Let's remember our call that we operate in the public interest.
We need well-equipped hospitals so that we can prevent exorbitant healthcare referral costs. We need good roads that facilitate trade and connectivity. We need well-stocked schools which provide conducive environments for our learners and opportunities for the future. Around many Ugandans, we shall be feeling that service delivery is wanting, but we are part of the service delivery. That is what disturbs me. As I look at the other service deliveries where I'm saying the hospital, the roads, whatever, but I also sit in an office where Ugandans come to get various services.
The President, Pan-African Federation of Accountants, Keto Kayemba, expressed the need to train more professional accountants who hope to bring good services to the people.
What is important is the second word that I have pulled out of your theme, the word management. I'm a student of management, and that has been my specialization for years.
We have a huge job to do to ensure that, Professor, you certify more people, you produce more graduates, and they come and do more certification, we get more professionals. It's only through having so many professionals that we'll be able to provide the necessary services and the necessary trust that is needed for our economy to grow.
The conference targets accounting officers, policymakers, economists, members of parliament, development partners, certified public accountants, and members of the public, among others.
And now into the world of sports. In a historical move, BetPower has become the inaugural sponsor of Uganda's basketball men and women's national teams. The sponsorship agreement, valued at 2.6 billion shillings, will last for 3 years.
Against the backdrop of Fairway Hotel on the morning of Wednesday, March 20th, 2024, witnessed a significant milestone as BetPower stepped forward to sponsor both the basketball men and women's national teams for the first time. The deal, amounting to 2.6 billion Uganda shillings over 3 years, signifies BetPower's commitment to supporting the Silverbacks and the Gazelles. The Minister of State for Sports, Honorable Peter Ogwang, emphasized that this partnership raises the bar for the national basketball teams with increased expectations for improved continental and world rankings as the nation anticipates their triumphs.
If you don't have results, you don't produce results, we will begin cutting your money to facilitate those who produce results. Because we are fed up. We give you money, where are the goals? Are you getting me? Where are the golds? Where are the silvers? Where are the bronze? You want just an allocation for purpose of you saying, I am there, I'm the most popular sport. Produce results.
However, Flavia Okecho, captain of the Gazelles, remains unfazed by the added expectations, asserting that the team was already performing exceptionally well.
I mean, like we have showed, we are creme de la creme de Africa. So we are emerging as bright stars right now, and like you saw in the Afrobasket, we were basically the underdogs and managed to beat Senegal, who are the 12-time champions, and managed to come just short of, some points to get to the semi-finals. So it means that we are on the right path.
The sponsorship also comes as an additional motivation to the players in the national team, who will get a locker room bonus of 150 Uganda shillings for every match won.
Locker room bonus, this is new, and if you ask any player, this is, again, that extra incentive to know that at the end of the game, if we win this game, we're getting this. That's big time. So I think these guys know how to excite players and motivate them, and that's one of the best things that you can do for players.
BetPower's sponsorship of basketball, alongside its existing support for football in Uganda, marks the company as the first corporate entity to endorse two distinct sports. Basketball was introduced in the country in 1962, and its governing body, FUBA, started in 1995. The BetPower sponsorship deal is a motivational path for greater heights in the basketball arena for Team Uganda. Mashamiro Victor, UBC News.
The Pepsi University Football League semi-finals start tomorrow, with Makerere University Business School hosting Uganda Christian University.
2019 University Football League champions Uganda Christian University is ready for its semi-final first leg, in which it visits Makerere University Business School. To this stage, Uganda Christian University came through Group D that had Bustema University, Kampala International University and Kumi University. At the quarterfinals, it lost 2-1 in the first leg against Makerere University before winning 1-0 at home for the aggregate 2-all scoreline that earned it qualification on the away goal rule.
Thank God for the preparations that He has enabled us to do up to this stage. So far, from the group stages up to the quarterfinals, the team has been good. We've been doing a lot of mistakes, but going to the semi-finals and some other stages above, I believe we've corrected enough mistakes so that we may win tomorrow's game.
Moving from the previous game, the one that we played, the last quarter-final game, we had a few knocks, but by now everyone has recovered. All the players are available for selection, and the entire team is together.
The other semi-final is between Nkumba University and St. Lawrence University. It's however likely to be delayed as St. Lawrence University faces a hearing over alleged use of a non-bona fide player in its quarter-final victory over Kampala University.
With that, UBC Lunchtime News comes to an end. Thank you so much for your company. Do enjoy much more of UBC Television's programming. I'm Lorene Masika Kazimoto.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.